I was never one to gush, okay? I mean, I thought kids were cute and everything, you know, from a distance. The farther, the better. I thought Barney was as scary as a venomous viper. And kid music, well, that was the ultimate punishment. And then I became a mom. I gushed. I actually learned the schedule of the Disney Channel. I danced to kid music like I had never danced before in my life. It was a very scary, yet beautiful transformation that took place in me. Now I am dressed in a fuzzy robe and slippers and picking up toys that are sticky with spit. And I love it. I mean, don't get me wrong. There are days I just want to run down the street screaming, okay? But when my son nestles his head in the crook of my arm, there's just nothing better. When that amazing, like a penguin, I can't help but just be overflowing with joy. When he took his first steps, I wanted to just cry out to the world, look at what he did! He is the first child to make such great strides. The sound of his giggle is like music to my ears. And that's how God thinks about you and me. I mean, it's truly amazing. I have known for a long time and been told that I'm a child of God and God is a loving Father. I mean, you know, when you followed God for a while, you know this, you know, kind of like knowing that gravity exists or that two hydrogen and an oxygen make water. But, you know, sometimes when you look at the simple things, that's when you find the things that amaze you the most. You know, when I take my first steps in a new job, it's God that's cheering me on. When I get that part in the play that I've been auditioning for, it's God who's my Father, sitting in the audience and proudly whispering to someone next to him, that's my kid. It's God who, when I fall down and I trip and I scrape my ego, he lovingly comes and picks me up, brushes off all the shame, and says, come on, let's continue on our journey. You know, I've really learned a lot about being a child from watching my son. You know, in all the most important ways. In mountains and sunsets and oceans and even birds. You know, God has given us gorgeous miracles every day just for us to enjoy. It's just that as I get older, sometimes I just don't really stop and look at them with a childlike awe. You know, I remember the first time I took my son to the zoo, and he held my hand as we walked around, and he just couldn't get over it. He kept saying, how can there be more animals? More? Another one? What is its name? What is its name? And I thought, wow. I remembered. It is amazing to just walk through a zoo. As children of God, I mean, he has created all of this just for us. It's just that sometimes I don't really see. You know, I look, but I don't always see. Another amazing thing about being a child of God is we actually inherit some of his qualities. You know, we're made in his glorious image. God's given me a heart to love and to feel and to share. Kind of like my son the other day. It was his first time he sat at his tray and he picked up a Cheerio and tried to put it in my mouth. And I thought, how much like me? God has given me so much. And all I can do is just pick up a little piece of it and just try to give it back to him. I never realized I could learn so much from someone who picks his nose and sings when he's on the toilet. Now maybe I'll be able to teach him to pick up his toys.